stand for something and we don't stand for something and they don't stand for something, then we all just fall. If we don't stand for something and we don't stand for something and they don't stand for something, then we all just fall.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SmackDown Live. We are officially on the road to Judgment Day, live from the O2 in London, but live from Indianapolis tonight. We have an enormous opening contest for you. The incomparable, the undeniable Finn Balor is in the building. And this place comes absolutely apart at the seams for Finn Balor, a man on a mission. He makes absolutely no bones about it. This guy wants to be back on the mountaintop where he feels he belongs. And that is as the World Heavyweight Champion. Currently held by Bray Wyatt. And we know that Bray Wyatt is on a collision course for the Royal Rumble with Apollo Crews. But another man who is also on a collision course, but with Finn Balor, is Chris Jericho. But Finn Balor's had a hell of a lot on his plate lately, with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson really trying to push Finn Balor to take on everything that really haunts his past and really just embrace his past and join the dark side and join them, join the club, get the band back together. That's the whole plan of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. And well, tonight Finn Balor has his hands full. He's got a hell of a lot on his plate tonight, as he is going to go one-on-one with the underdog from the underground. It'll be Sami Zayn. But what an atmosphere here in Indianapolis, ladies and gentlemen. Your main event of the evening, the Tag Team Championships to be defended in a rematch from WWE Vengeance. It will be the Lone Warriors versus the Revival. That is still to come. Finn Balor, just such an iconic and unmistakable aura and entrance, has this crowd on their feet. Well, it is now time for his opponent, none other than Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn, well, you know, Sami Zayn has been in a really tough position of late because he has had his issue with Neville, the European champion. Sami Zayn was, of course, on the verge of winning the European Championship when, of course, that infamous Elite Sports Management paid main event took over the show just as Sami Zayn was on the verge of getting his hands on that European gold. And Sami Zayn is out here to try and continue that momentum, because even though he technically lost the title in a no contest, he didn't lose the match. So Sami Zayn is looking to try and take a huge scalp here tonight, and if he can do so, that would mean the absolute world. And I reckon that would launch Sami Zayn even beyond the European Championship and in towards that World Heavyweight Championship contendership, because you got to think about it this way. A former World Heavyweight Champion in Finn Balor, if you can get a win over Finn Balor, that's got to get you up in the reckoning. And also tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the respect between these two as they shake hands before this one gets underway. Also tonight, we understand Vince McMahon will be in the building. Vince McMahon is here to announce who the interim general manager of the Blue Brand will be. That is all still to come. Tag team titles on the line. And Vince McMahon in the arena to announce the new general manager as these two shape up. And you can see, well, Finn Balor looks straight at Sami Zayn and they link up again. A lot of respect here. These two know each other so well. As you can see, Sami Zayn takes him down there. The headlock takeover, perfect form on that. But then the leg scissors there over the neck of Sami Zayn, and he straight away takes that headlock back. And these two are just going to go back and forth here. Two absolutely incredible performers. There is no doubt about that, as there's a hammerlock there from Sami Zayn locks in a lock of his own here, and this is just reaching somewhat of a stalemate status here as these two just try and desperately to get the better of each other, but Sami Zayn rolls out, and that was absolutely brilliant from Sami Zayn, and you can see Sami Zayn saying, well, let's go. Finn Balor was certainly obliged to that. There's no doubt about that as Balor now backs him up to the ropes. And you can start to see the competitive edge just creep in with these two competitors. You might be friends, you might have a lot of respect for each other, but at the end of the day, when you step inside that ring, this is what happens, and that's a solid drop kick there from Finn Balor, who flops him down looking for the cover, doesn't even get a 1 count, and Sami Zayn kicks out. So the early going of this match has thrown up no surprises. Both of these men can go. As Sami Zayn just lights him up with a chop here, and you get the feeling this one might just get ugly. As Finn Balor leaps over the top rope. And Finn Balor absolutely on fire here against Sami Zayn early. And that may well get Finn Balor a near fall at the very least, but he doesn't even go for the cover as Sami Zayn fires back here and now looks for another knife edge chop on the button. And Sami Zayn goes to the second rope, and this is where he's really dangerous. When he takes to the air, one of the most talented competitors in this industry is Sami Zayn. Oh, leaped up to the top rope, crossbody, nailed Finn Balor with it. Referee into position 1, may have him, no, just gets a 1 count, and Sami Zayn, maybe a little bit of frustration creeping in there to the underdog from the underground. Sami Zayn, let him go by, and Sami Zayn almost a ploy there, a little bit of misdirection. I mean, when you know someone so well, you need to throw a few curveballs in, and that's exactly what he's done. And he's firing him up and lighting him up with knife edge chops, and then forearms right to the face as Sami Zayn now gonna hook up. Finn Balor has him in trouble, bounces him off, and a Falcon Arrow. Perfectly executed from Sami Zayn. Goes to the second rope again, and a senton on the button. Wonderful flurry of offense. Hook of the outside leg. 1, might have him 2. He has got him. No, he hasn't. Finn Balor kicks out, and that is as quickly as it can happen right there. Whoa. Absolutely lightning pace in this match. You'd expect nothing less from both of these men. As Zayn lights him up with a hard shot in the corner, and then another knife edge chop, for God's sake. But now Finn Balor sends Sami Zayn into the corner, and Balor lights him up with a chop of his own, and Balor another chop, rolls him through. Vintage Finn Balor on the button, and this is just absolutely lightning pace. It's quick as a hiccup. It's Balor now. Hooks him up, and then a hard snap suplex, even pin the arm in there too to get maximum force. Hook of the outside leg as well. 1. Has he done it? No, just a 1 count. Sami Zayn showing the heart of a lion. Wouldn't expect anything else. Shot from Finn Balor there was as vicious as it like, and there's a knife edge chop. Finn Balor getting some receipts in as he sends him to the apron here, and Balor could be looking to bring him in the hard way. Hooks him up, looking for a suplex. No, Sami Zayn with a reversal. Drops him onto his stomach. And now Sami Zayn going to go to the top rope here. Sami Zayn going to go to the top rope. He wants Finn Balor to his feet. Balor doesn't know where he is. Sami Zayn, drop kick on the button. Absolutely on the button. Runs over, wastes no time. Into the cover 1. He may have him 2. No, can't quite put him away. Oh, how good is this to kick off SmackDown Live? Of course, we're on the road to 2K18, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final episode of 2K17 before 2K18 hits your screens. You better be ready. More information regarding that later on in the show, as well as Sami Zayn now looking to build up a full head of steam off the top rope. Oh my goodness me, tilt-a-whirl DDT, absolutely on the button. Sami Zayn might have the former world champion Balor stone cold here. No, he can't quite put him away. Goodness me, it is tightening up. Sami Zayn, really impressive again. Oh, look out, European uppercut, and then a forearm. Sami Zayn really building some momentum, but it stopped as he gets his jaw jacked by Finn Balor, who turns him around. He could be looking. Yes! Nails it. Down into the cover. 1, 2, bloody Sunday. No, it doesn't get him. Oh my goodness. Finn Balor with the bloody Sunday. Couldn't quite put him away. And a reversal, and another reversal. Balor will not be denied. Hammering away on Sami Zayn. And now Finn Balor's done messing around here. You feel like respect may have gone out the window, just like Finn Balor. He takes flight. And this audience takes to their feet. Finn Balor's on fire in Indianapolis. As Balor now rolls him over, wants the pin. I reckon Zayn's out. The full body weight of Balor. Oh, how close was that? The full body weight of Finn Balor from the inside of the ring to the outside. And now Sami Zayn's going to fight up. Sends him into the corner. Haluva kick. Haluva kick from Sami Zayn. 1, 2, throw! How on earth did he kick out of that? Oh my goodness me, what a match. These two leaving it absolutely all in the ring. As Zayn tries to hook him up again, but Balor yet again. Balor yet again. Gonna rally here. On the apron, and a clothesline to the outside. Finn Balor showing some guts and determination, digging down into that championship reserve. Oh, look out, Zayn fires back again. And now Sami Zayn, you reckon he was just fighting on pure instinct there, Finn Balor. But now he's getting some knife edge chops for his troubles. Sami Zayn, this could be one of the biggest wins of his career. As he gets Finn Balor up to his feet. No, Balor with a judo throw there. Perfect form on it. Perfect form on it. Gets him up to his feet. Balor has him right where he wants him. Second bloody Sunday. A second bloody Sunday. But Finn Balor ain't done. He wants to bookend it. He wants to put an exclamation mark in the form of a coup de grace. On the button. Cover 1, 2, and you're kidding. Sami Zayn kicks out at the tightest of 2.9s. But I think it took everything out of him. It took everything out of him, and now Balor's going to go for a second. Oh, but wait a minute. It's Jericho, for God's sake. Chris Jericho throws Finn Balor down. The match has been thrown out. Sami Zayn catches a code breaker. And now Chris Jericho dispatches Sami Zayn to the outside of the ring and turns his focus to Finn Balor. And yet again, a Sami Zayn classic has been cut short. This time in the form of Chris Jericho, and delivers another code breaker. This time to Balor in the ring, and Jericho is talking all kinds of trash here. But wait a second! It's Gallows and Anderson! Gallows and Anderson tearing him apart! And Balor with the final shot! My God! Is the band back together? But my goodness me! Look who's here! It's the boss, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Wow. What an unbelievable start to the show. Chris Jericho ruins an incredible match. And Sami Zayn falls short yet again. As Neville, the European champion, is in action right here tonight. But wait a second. Oh no. Well, Sami Zayn is still down on the outside of the ring, just getting to his feet. And now Neville is going to add insult to injury here. Sami Zayn just went through a grueling match, caught a code breaker, and then just gets dispatched to the outside. How disrespectful is this guy? How disrespectful is our European champion Neville? That is an absolute disgrace. Absolutely no decorum, no respect at all. And well, it's time for some Dar Wars. Noam Dar, the man that Neville defeated for that European Championship. Noam Dar actually the catalyst for the reinstation of the European Championship. If you remember all those years back, it feels like years anyway, all those many months ago, Noam Dar captured the Hardcore Championship via the 24/7 rule, and then he said to General Manager Edge, "This doesn't really suit my style," and he pitched an idea to bring back the European Championship, and Edge, well, being the individual that he is, decided that that would be a good idea and thus reinstated the European Championship. And well, Noam Dar, his reign was fairly short because he went up against Neville in a time when Neville was absolutely running rampant, and he really hasn't stopped since then, Neville. Noam Dar takes him down there. Beautiful there from Noam Dar. Gets the better of the European champion. I reckon Noam Dar might be pretty keen to look. Oh my God, folded him up like an accordion there. And I reckon Noam Dar might be pretty keen to get his hands back on that European Championship. He would feel a sense of ownership over that title. I don't think there's any question. As Dar working away here on Neville as he hyperextends that arm again and just stomps down on the elbow. Neville going to look to try and fight back here. Jacks the jaw. Of course, we just saw, ladies and gentlemen, Vince McMahon in the ring there. German suplex from Neville. Vince McMahon just arriving at the building. And look at that athleticism. I mean, love him or hate him, Neville is one of the most incredible in-ring competitors we've ever seen. Trying to stomp away on Noam Dar, who I think it just suddenly dawned on him just how sore his ribs were after that standing shooting star press as Neville whips him in. There's a hard super kick from Neville, which was indeed on the button. And how's the disrespect from Neville? Sami Zayn still trying to recover from that devastating code breaker. But not only that, it was the match. He'd just worn a coup de grace, 2 bloody Sundays. Managed to kick out at 2.9. He was trying to rally, and then before he knew where he was, Finn Balor was getting blindsided by Chris Jericho, who didn't want to have anything to do with Finn Balor when he knew the club would be involved. But I think he thought that potentially the club and Finn Balor weren't seeing eye to eye, but it certainly doesn't appear to be the case here. As you can see, Noam Dar, going to look at this, is very, very smart from Noam Dar, taking it to the legs, because that is the springboard. That is the platform in which Neville builds all of his offenses. Noam Dar, brilliant moonsault, but there was no water in the pool. The hang time on that was as good as LeBron. But my goodness me, absolutely nothing left. Oh, goodness me. Corkscrew moonsault from Neville, and this one would appear to be elementary now, because Neville hooks him up, locks in the guillotine, grapevines the body, lowers him down, and he is in some really big trouble now. Noam Dar, has he learned anything from the previous encounters? He certainly has, and Noam Dar is able to break the hold. Some guts shown here from Dar. Dar now sends Neville into the corner, and this could be his chance. This could be your only chance, Noam. Noam Dar's going to stomp away on Neville down as he's collapsed in the corner. But Noam Dar, look out, Neville's hung over the bottom rope here, but look out, Dar with a leg drop. Oh, picture perfect offense, and this crowd is right behind him. Now he grapevines the neck, a little grapevine of his own, and Noam Dar, I mean, if you do your homework in this industry, it will take you a long way, and Noam Dar's learnt from the losses. See now, Dar sends him into the corner, and I reckon he's in really big trouble. Here, there's the running drop kick on the button, and another one. Going high and low, Noam Dar, and he's fired up, and he wants Indianapolis on his side, and by goodness me, they are. As Neville trying to fight his way back to his feet here. Noam Dar, oh, Neville rolled out of the way, didn't matter, rolled into trouble. Noam Dar dropped him on his head, held it for the cover. It's over. He's got him. 2. No. It is not over. And with a shot. A soccer ball kick. Right to the spine. Now Noam Dar working away on Neville. Trying to get something going. Goes to the top rope. Looking for that high red district. No water in the pool again. Neville down into the cover 1. He may have him 2. I think he's done it. No, he hasn't. But it took a lot out of Noam Dar. He got some serious hang time, and Neville might just be able to take advantage of that. Neville going to, maybe look to slow the pace here with a snapmare. And now Neville not looking to slow anything down at all. Just wanted to elbow him directly in the crown of his head. And Neville, that was a prelude. Oh, almighty, spiked him down again. And it really was a prelude. Elbow to the crown of the head, then spiked him. He hasn't moved. And Neville has a million ways he can beat you. And that's just another string to his bow. A really competitive effort from Noam Dar. Thought he had Neville right there. Referee in perfect position. Neville gets the shoulders up, but that's what turned the match. No water in the pool. Spikes him down. My goodness. And Neville picks up an invaluable win here tonight. And how much momentum has this guy got? Quite extraordinary, but I tell you what, he hasn't got much momentum with the crowd. They are not Neville fans here in Indianapolis. Oh, wait a minute, they are Sami Zayn fans though. Zayn's back. Zayn was laying in wait. Knocked him into the corner. And a haluva kick. Well, a little square up. And I highly doubt that this is over. Well, there's Vince McMahon, the one and only. There's Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns saying he reckons he should get another shot at the World Championship. Of course, we know Vince McMahon is here to announce the new interim general manager to replace the injured Edge, and he says he can take it up with him. That announcement's still to come, but right now it looks as though we're going to get an impromptu visit from a former World Heavyweight Champion, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's coming hot off the heels of one of the most disappointing losses of his career. And just judging by his facial expressions, I'm not a body language expert, but Samoa Joe appears to be quite pissed off with the scenario that he's been faced with. It's somewhat to the back of the line for Samoa Joe. He won the title at SummerSlam after winning the King of the Ring tournament that was held across NXT, SmackDown and Raw. Samoa Joe winning that triple threat match against Hideo Itami, Tyler Breeze. Well, Samoa Joe went on to make it count, but since then he ran into a freight train known as the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. Certainly did. I have a feeling Samoa Joe wasn't just going to give up his pursuit just like that. Exactly as I alluded to, King of the Ring winner. Certainly wasn't by accident. Samoa Joe saying he's going to do whatever it takes to get back to the top of the mountain. But wait a second. Well, Indianapolis has exploded. It's the arrival of the Swiss Superman, the man who is an uppercut above. It's the one and only Cesaro, who of course captained Team SmackDown to a victory at Survivor Series. And then was so close in that triple threat match, that chaotic triple threat match. But of course, Apollo Crews snaked in and won and sent himself to the Royal Rumble in a couple of months' time to face Bray Wyatt. Fair bit of respect being thrown around here. Cesaro obviously taking a little bit of umbrage with Samoa Joe threatening to run through the entire roster. Oh, wait a second. Well, these two aren't alone. It's Roderick Strong. And he wants to get in on a little bit of this action right now. All three of these men coming off quite major losses. And Roderick Strong, of course, pushed Braun Strowman all the way at Vengeance. Roderick Strong saying he'd go through. Uh-oh. It's the Monster Among Men. Jesus. Wow. Braun Strowman saying the only person who'll be running through the locker room is me. Braun Strowman saying he'd destroy everybody at once. Braun Strowman sending a message to these three men. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next week, Bobby Roode returns, still reeling after his loss in the rubber match to Roman Reigns. What's next for Bobby Roode? We find out next week. That's right, Bobby Roode returns on the next episode of SmackDown Live at Indianapolis. It is time for the main event of the evening. The Revival also coming off a loss. It's quite a theme of tonight's show. The Revival hunting a swift return to the Winner's Circle and the Championship Club as they come down here and prepare themselves to do battle with the Lone Warriors, who captured the titles at WWE Vengeance in what was an absolutely spectacular event, and I'm glad that everybody could make it out and support the show. And plenty more where that came from, but Revival will be hoping that there's plenty more where their title run came from. Hopefully harken back to some of their more successful days, but this could potentially be one of the last opportunities the Revival get for quite a while, because there is a number of tag teams that are chomping at the bit to get their hands on the gold. And we are set for our tag team champions to enter the building. Not exactly an overwhelming positive response for either of these teams, but one thing you cannot deny is that these two teams hit hard and hit often. The tag team championships coveted former champions such as Sami Zayn and Ryan Lusk and Hall of Destruction. Of course, these two are two-time World Heavyweight Champions, and you can see the Revival, they want to become two-time Tag Team Champions as well. So this has a lot riding on it. And this is your main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Still to come, Vincent Kennedy McMahon enters the building, is on SmackDown for the first time in a long time to announce who the interim general manager will be. That is coming up straight after this match. But I tell you what, opportunities don't come much bigger and better than this for the Revival. This crowd is anticipating. There's a buzz around it. Big fight feel here in Indianapolis. You can see the crowd with all their signs. There's some Revival signs, some Lone Warriors signs, but The only thing these two teams are worried about isn't how many signs each team has in the crowd. It's whether they can keep that gold or regain that gold. That's what it's all about. And you can see a bit of a groundswell of support for the Lone Warriors, Baron Corbin and Sheamus. This is tag team wrestling at its finest. The referee's going to take the titles. Is it for the last time for the Lone Warriors, or can they regain that gold? That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. We are set for the final official match of WWE 2K17. Let's go. Scott Dawson looks to size him up here. Oh, look out, an STO there from Sheamus. Lights up Scott Dawson in the early going of this match, and he's looking for a submission here straight away. Just absolutely no love lost between these two teams, and they know that if they can end it quickly, that has got to be the best strategy, because not only do you win the match, but you don't take as much damage. So when that next challenger comes, you are ready. And I get the feeling neither of these teams are not going to take much damage. I think this is going to be, as good old JR would say, a slobber knocker of epic proportions, as Scott Dawson drops the leg perfectly down across the throat there of Sheamus, as Sheamus sweeps the leg though, counter. Much like Sami Zayn and Finn Balor, these two know each other so well. Several desperate battles that they've faced over the last few months here as Sheamus goes to work on Scott Dawson. This crowd has really come alive as this match started here, and Scott Dawson now with a shoulder check takes him down. Now he wants to tag to his tag team partner in Dash Wilder. Takes the time getting into the ring, and that was a really big mistake because Sheamus just hooked him up, spine busted him down, and now Sheamus can take over. Sheamus now, those patented right hands, look at those Super Bowl right hands, then just smashes his head on the canvas, and now Sheamus could be looking for a submission on Wilder now. So a clear strategy here from the Irishman is to try and make them submit, try one of those flash submissions. I mean, you can submit someone at any point in the match. It helps to, of course, wear them down, but if you lock in the correct submission, if you lock it in the right way and it's deep enough, you can end a match at any stage. We saw it with Neville and Noam Dar, remember all those months ago? That's how Neville captured the European Championship in a matter of seconds, and it can happen anywhere. That's why these guys, they spend hours just working on their ground game, and they spend hours just honing their craft. That's what it takes to be a champion here, as Dash Wilder knows all about that here with a Saito suplex onto the back of Sheamus's neck there, and now Wilder going to pick up Sheamus, but oh, look out, there's an eye rake there. That's actually illegal, I think. The referee obviously showing a little bit of leniency, and now Sheamus is just hammering here. Perhaps the referee didn't see it. Sheamus did disguise it very well, and again, look at this, the eye rake again. Maybe they're looking for the disqualification. Maybe the referee has a sense of occasion there. There's a German suplex, folds him up like an accordion. Sheamus wants the tag to the fresh man, Baron Corbin. Wilder's just had a torrid time here, but again, he just wasted too much time. And now Wilder with a swinging neck breaker, absolutely picture perfect there. Dash Wilder takes him down, just trying to quell the momentum. Usually Sheamus, when he tags Baron Corbin in, Corbin comes in with a house of fire, but not there. That's the way you do it. You just keep him down. Got to get over to him though. Keep hammering away. That's exactly what you've got to do. And it just bought him enough time, but not quite enough time, because he sent him in and then drops him down with another spine buster down into the cover, hand over the mouth as to disrupt the breathing. 2, can't put him away. Perhaps a mistake from Baron Corbin there in not hooking the outside leg. He may well have had him. Scott Dawson wore a little bit of punishment earlier in the match, and now he's wearing even more with that right hand. I tell you what, they hit hard. The Lone Warriors, there's a reason they are tag team champions. And what the hell is this from Baron Corbin? Corbin's gone all the way to the top rope here. Corbin absolutely leaving nothing behind. Leaving nothing behind with the tag titles are on the line. Nails him down into the cover. I reckon that's it. 2, can't get him. What a match. Feel like this could just end at any time. Both of these teams are flash knockout experts, particularly the Lone Warriors with their finish. With that splash and bro kick combination. Incredibly tough move, and Scott Dawson just takes a little moment here to try and get out of the ring. And there's the "you look stupid" chants, obviously directed towards Sheamus. This crowd has really come alive for the main event here. Baron Corbin sits up Scott Dawson on the top rope, and this could mean curtains here for Scott Dawson, who's already reeling. As Dawson now, Baron Corbin, he's already about 7 foot tall. Oh, drops him from an enormous height. And that could be it. Another cover. 1, 2, and can't put him away. Again, I'm going to say it again. I might sound like a broken record. You've got to hook the outside leg. Corbin fails to do that again, but that's what sometimes happens in the big matches. You can see now, Sheamus hooks him up, just lets him go, release, sort of suplex down into the cover again. You can see the desperation, and now Wilder knows there's desperation because he's getting in there. He knows it's getting close. The tension is building here. Sheamus tries to get Scott Dawson up to his feet. Now Sheamus could be thinking a double team maneuver here, and this could mean really bad things, but all he's done is just bring Baron Corbin into the ring, press slam straight down into the cover, kick out at nothing. Scott Dawson showing some resiliency, showing that it's going to take a lot more than that to put him away. And isn't this such a role reversal? Isn't this exactly how the Revival likes to operate? They like to do it in exactly this way. And look at this with that knee. This is sickening. But this is they're out revivaling the Revival right now. Oh, look out, went for the kick. He was too slow. And now Scott Dawson turns around. Hard right hand. Gonna have to try and work his way out. And took out the leg. It was brilliantly done. It was brilliantly done by Scott Dawson. And now Dawson sends him into the corner. And this could be curtains for Baron Corbin maybe. As Scott Dawson with a shot to the midsection, and now just dragging his face. The referee was distracted by Sheamus, and he took the opportunity. Dawson took the opportunity of a lifetime, hooked him up. Oh, Tiger suplex, perfectly executed from Scott Dawson. And just like that, after he took the leg of Baron Corbin, he's looking to take the title as well. Lighten him up with chops here. Scott Dawson, amazing performance. Brings him back in the ring. Oh, look at this shot. And then kicks and punches. Kicks and punches. Down into the cover. Corbin might be done here. 1, 2. He has got him. No. Oh, I thought we had new tag team champions. And this is what I'm saying. This match could just end at any time. Corbin trying to fight back here. And Corbin sends him outside the ring. This place is on their feet. And Baron Corbin wants him back in the ring. He's saying, is that all you got? How tense is this? And you can see Wilder now getting in his face here. Dash Wilder getting in his face. Didn't want to touch him because you run the risk of getting disqualified. It was real smart. But now look out. The reversal from Baron Corbin. And a hard clothesline. And a hard clothesline. Perhaps Dash Wilder should have even taken a risk. They've let a little bit go in this match. But Baron Corbin absolutely firing up here. And they get to their feet here. Corbin absolutely lightened him up. Goodness me. But he missed. Scott Dawson turned him over. Oh, look out. Inside cradle. He may have him. Dawson's got him too. He's got him. No, he can't quite put him away. Can't quite get him with the inside cradle. But you can feel the tension. You know they're struggling here. And now he's going to go for another one. Tries to roll him up again. 1. I think he's got him 2. He has. No, he can't put him away. Sheamus trying to get the crowd behind Baron Corbin to try and rally here. Turns him around, looking for another cover. He's just desperate. This is desperate times when he kicks out at nothing. Baron Corbin, he's had enough of that. Fights back. Corbin fights back. Hard punch. Hard punch from Baron Corbin, sends him in to the corner, and this could be it. Baron Corbin, Sheamus lines him up with a bro kick, and the splash combination. Splash combination, big boot to Dash Wilder. Sheamus into the cover. And it's over just like that. Wow. An absolute sprint to the finish. What an absolute fight. It was not a wrestling match. It was a fight. Hard shots everywhere. No harder shot than that with the bro kick. In the corner. Splash combination. And it was Sheamus who was able to get the big boot on Dash Wilder. And it gave them just enough time to get the victory. What an enormous retention that is. A huge speed hump that was navigated by the Lone Warriors here tonight, and they are still your tag team champions. Oh, what a battle. What an unbelievable battle. Uh-oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Degeneration X. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this past week on Raw, we saw new women's champion Emma come down to the ring and announce that she wanted to thank a couple of people for helping her get to the mountaintop. And everyone thought it was going to be these two women, Carmella and Summer Rae. But it turns out Emma had absolutely nothing to do with the attacks, and it was none other than Sasha Banks. She was indeed the mind behind the entire operation, but everybody still wants to know why. Why would Sasha Banks basically gift Emma the championship in order to only just go and decimate Emma anyway? That is the question that is on everybody's mind, and perhaps we will get more answers on the next episode of Monday Night Raw. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I can announce to you right now that Sasha Banks will be in attendance at Monday Night Raw, and she will indeed be in action in the ring. And this is not going to be any ordinary Monday Night Raw. It is going to be Raw is War, as Raw goes old school. And of course, we can't do Raw is War without a retro SmackDown. So the first episodes of WWE 2K18 will be old school Raw and old school SmackDown, where the old meets the new to usher in WWE 2K18. Do not miss it. Massive news, ladies and gentlemen, filtering through. Old school Raw and old school SmackDown to usher in 2K18. But what better way to usher in a new era than with the owner, the boss, the CEO, the chairman. It's Vincent Kennedy McMahon who is out here right now, ladies and gentlemen, to announce to you and me who is going to be the interim general manager to replace the injured Edge, who of course at the hands of Brock Lesnar was decimated, and of course Edge had to retire through a neck injury. And that was again aggravated, not to a extreme degree, but enough to warrant keeping him out of work, and Vince McMahon is here to address the whole situation. Let's listen to what the chairman of the board has to say. Well, I can't imagine it was an easy choice. One of those candidates was indeed Eric Bischoff, who pitched his credentials at WWE Vengeance. Well, Vince saying the man he's picked has had experience in the role. Well, here we go. Who could it be? Oh My goodness me! I cannot believe my eyes! It's the Nature Boy! The two-time Hall of Fame legend! Ric Flair! This place has come unglued! Enormous reception! Two-time Hall of Fame legend Ric Flair is now the interim general manager of SmackDown Live. Oh my God! Listen to this place! Flair's off the charts. Space Mountain? Well, Vince McMahon saying that Ric Flair has full control. Vince McMahon appears to be just handing over the reins. And the Nature Boy's in charge. Oh yeah, let's shake things up here. What? He's gonna make a match for Judgment Day. A fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Strowman versus Strong versus Cesaro versus Samoa Joe. My God. Flair just coming in and making an immediate impact. What? Who's he talking about? Oh my. He's not. He's not. Ric Flair with full control is about to bring... What? What the hell is this? Well, I thought Ric Flair was alluding to the ridiculous treatment of Brock Lesnar, which caused him to explode. And yes, you can't condone his actions towards Edge, but the guy was pushed to the limits by this man. And Apollo Crews. Well, Ric Flair, he requested that Apollo Crews be out here. What the hell does this mean? Apollo Crews has come down to the ring at the request of two-time Hall of Fame legend Ric Flair. Of course, we know Apollo Crews has a date with Destiny at the Royal Rumble in a couple of months' time when he faces Bray Wyatt for the World Heavyweight Championship. But what is the meaning of this? Oh. How condescending is this conversation? Is this really what we're in for? Is this really what Ric Flair is going to be like? Is this really what he's going to advocate here on this show? Apollo Crews saying he and Rick are pretty much the same. What? Apollo Crews saying essentially that he wants Ric Flair's help, and Flair agrees. Uh-oh. Oh my God. He's here. He's here. Well, Apollo Crews didn't have a chance to run this time. Sister Abigail